everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. It is Thursday and I am here with my design team project for Sam Pool for the month of May, and I'm super excited about this one. It turned out so pretty. I just love it. I used primarily the Lilac Dreams kit. I've been wanting to do another purple journal for a while, and the images and papers in both the Lilac Dreams and Lilac Chateau are just absolutely delicious. So if you like lavender and purple, I hope you love this journal. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. As per usual, all of the kits will be listed in the description box below. And if you are interested in purchasing this journal, please send me an email at the link below, or you can always message me on Instagram. So I did kind of a tall document style journal, and the cover is actually from the Lilac Chateau. And then this is a little wrap around sort of topper, if you will, and it's very chunky. So you'll see as soon as I release the twine, she's gonna jump right open. But I had so much fun including so many pretty little elements, and it is a single signature sewn in with this beautiful sari, and this is just some beautiful trim from Emily at Blue Linen Cottage. It wraps all the way around, and so let's go ahead and dive in. So this is securing our girl on the front here, and just flips open, so you can see how the topper actually could be slid out if you want to untie this, and could be easily used in another part of the journal. This is also a little tuck spot that I will probably pop something in there. So all the images are from either the Lilac Dreams kit or I believe the Women in White. So if there's something else that you don't recognize or find, just ask and I will let you know. This gorgeous trim here, actually I'll take this off so you can see it up close, is a little bit of a layered piece. This gorgeous cotton trim is from Gisela at Lavish Laces, and I put this tiny little dainty lavender trim also from Gisela on the edge because I wanted a little bit peeking off over there. So I thought that looked really pretty. So let's go ahead and open her up. The front pocket and the very back pocket are all one piece of trim from Emily at Blue Linen Cottage. Just gorgeous, gorgeous lace. I actually trimmed it down because it's about this tall. And I didn't need it quite that large. So in this front pocket, I have some goodies tucked in, and just did a little embellishing with the swan from gosh, I can't remember which that's from, but anyway, you'll see them below. I have this little shabby envelope, and I will pop some goodies in here. And then we have this beautiful card. This is from the Shabby Photographs, and this is from Lilac Dreams. They're all just lovely little easy to use journal cards, so you can just put them anywhere you want within the journal. And so those all just kind of tuck in here. And then I had some fun with this beautiful image and gave it quite the embellishment. And she comes off, and there is a little pocket here. And I added just some fun little kind of, it's like a sheer, I don't know if it's netting. It's one of those little bags that you get treats in, and I actually just cut it all apart and used it in the journal. So anyway, I thought it was kind of a fun little embellishment. And then as we flip over, a little Edith Holden. I had to add that because of the gorgeous lavender. And it's the page from the month of May, which is always wonderful. And it's my birthday month, so definitely a double bonus. More trim here, and then I just did some collaging. This gorgeous paper is, oops, sorry, I'm not in screen. From the French Greens kit. I did use some French Greens, French Creams, and some French Bureau. And so anyway, you'll see those sprinkled around. Another little postcard and just a couple of nice little tags. I will probably add some trim on those. And then here we have just a little pocket. And this is image is so gorgeous. This paper is from the French Chateau. So here I added this little girl here. She's so gorgeous. And this is a piece of really old, I think it's Welsh book page. Anyway, it's really cool. And I just thought it was so fun and shabby. So I added her to that. And then this is a full flip out that I created. So you'd have some nice extra journaling space. And this, all the background pages that I used, or the majority of them, are from the Neutral Edit, which is an absolutely fabulous kit that Sam has just recently added, and so many different papers that you can use throughout your journals. Here I have a little short Italian book page that I attached. This is from French Creams, and another little shabby photograph, and this actually flips out and all the way out. This is from the Golden Prayer Kit, and then I have a couple little goodies tucked in here. This is a little envelope bundle, same concept as the purple one I just showed you, only it's a tinier one, and I just tied it with this fun little candy stripe ribbon, and then just another nice journaling card. And here you can see the other side of that gorgeous Italian book page. And then here I made this beautiful tuck spot with this lady, and I actually trimmed her down a little bit and backed it with some very old and kind of crumbly photograph paper, you know, that kind of goes in between the photographs. And so anyway, she's a little tuck spot here, but I have it clipped on so it doesn't go flying. And then in here is a very old and grungy railroad receipt of some kind, and I loved it because it had the stamps are purple, which is really cool. But it is definitely extremely old and grungy. That was from a fellow follower, and she sent me all these really cool pieces. So anyway, that goes on here. Let's see. Yes, it's actually supposed to be clipped on here like so. And then this little darling is just attached with a little brad. This is also the Neutral Edit, and I just love this image so much. I just collaged her right onto the page. And we have a little Edith Holden with a embossing, the rose. Here is that beautiful paint swatch tag that I love so much, and then I added some lace trim for the tie. Super pretty. Oh, here I had some fun. So this is the center of the journal here, and this is a really old book page that I've had in my stash from Jacqueline at Souvenir de la France. And so this was kind of blank, but I didn't want to totally cover it up, so this can pop in and out. It could actually even live over here, and so this is just a nice little tuck spot with some beautiful trim, and just love the coloring on this page. It's just so gorgeous. And there was a couple little tears, so I just added some age tape. If you wanted to take this tie out and put a different tie in to close so it's a little thinner, you could totally do that, but I just love the purple, so decided to go with that. And then this I just left blank, so lots of journaling spots here. There is some more of this beautiful cream colored trim and a couple of journaling cards. This is from the Chateau, as is this. So pretty. So those just tuck in here, and more of that gorgeous paper. This is from Lilac Dreams, little cabinet card, just absolutely stunning. And then here I had fun with, I love this trim so much. I think this is from Fiber Infusions, and they have been on an extended vacation mode in their Etsy shop, so I'm not sure what's going on with them, but anyway, I love this, so pretty. So these are actually just tucked in. They could easily be glued down, but isn't she just absolutely stunning? I thought it was kind of fun to tuck them in. And then the Edith Holden page is also tucked in, and then I have this little surprise French menu, so cute. I just love it. So those all live in here. And then I love that you can see that trim on the back. I did a little more bling embellishment with this beautiful girl, and just a side tuck. So we have a nice little tiny dainty pansy, and this is just another from the French Greens kit journaling card. And then I had some fun with this. So this is the same paper as the front, and I reduced it down to 4 to a page. And then I made a little sort of flip out. So this is attached just right here, but when you open it up, you've got all these pages in here, front and back. So kind of fun. It's like a little accordion mini book. So that gets tucked in here, and of course that could be taken apart and used anywhere in the journal. But I did use that, if you can see, that super dainty little lace, and then added my new favorite embellishment is this chain. Here, I'll show it to you. So I just got this on Amazon. I think it was $6, and it's so fun. I think they have bigger sizes too. This one actually is a little smaller than I expected. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, but I actually really like it. And it's so fun. You just snip off however much you want and add it to your stuff. Super fun. More Italian book page. And then here we have this little cutie. I don't know what these are. They might be considered the cigarette cards. And then this is actually glued on to make a little tuck spot here. And we have this beautiful lady. And I backed it with some of the gorgeous lavender from Lilac Dreams. And it pops in here. And then this comes off if you want to use it for something else as well. And I love this lavender seam binding I've had in my stash for a while. Oops, what happened? There we go. This is a beautiful tag or journaling card from the Lilac Dreams kit. And I just added it here so you can tuck something under there if you want, or you can take it off and use it. Here on the Edith Holden page, I just glued her onto some book page, and then I added a little sentiment down here. Her heart was full of light. Thought that was beautiful. Oops, yeah, that goes there. And then this is a flip out, and I have some vintage Italian, very old rag paper, and it's a full sheet. So totally useful. And then this is so gorgeous, the purple handwriting. You could totally journal on that. It would be so pretty. And then that's the back of that, the signature. And then here is our back pocket. And tucked in, I have this little cluster. This folds out, and she comes off. It's a nice journaling card. I just left that blank on the back. And these are from the Chateau, I believe. And I reduced them down. I printed it 2 to a page, so they made it a little bit smaller. And then this is some beautiful paper from the French Greens, and I did kind of a tall, narrow fold on this one, but lots of extra journaling spots, and easily tucks in here, like so. Whoops, she needs to be on the outside, sorry. And then here is the back of the journal. This is not a tuck spot, although you could peel this up if you wanted, but it's so full, I don't think you really can put too much more in here. And then this is the image I have on the back of the wrap. So that is a wrap, and I hope you love it. This was such a fun journal to create. I absolutely adore purple and lavender, so this was really a fun put together for me, and I hope you love it too. So coming up, this is my birthday weekend, and it's a holiday here in the U.S., so everyone please enjoy your Memorial weekend, and remember all of those who have gone before us, and we praise God for our freedom. And I hope that you are able to spend some time with your friends and family, and I will see you guys soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.